Indecisive.
What's going on, ladies?
What's up?
No.
How did y'all? Huh?
Wait, why'd you ask me, huh? What's going on?
Because you just said something.
Okay, we don't know what kind of sisterly whatever they got going on, but
anyway, today, look. I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but what's up, ladies?
But you know what? Today's topic is about self-hate. It's really about sisterhood and coming together and why women can't have a sisterhood. Like, I be trying to have homegirl friends, but y'all already know I don't like people. I don't like people in my element. I be trying to have homegirls.
You do like people. Stop saying that. You like us.
Yeah.
Apparently, you live with us.
We're all ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like y'all. I don't like everybody though.
But who said this? I think it was Issa Rae. She did a tweet and she was like, I feel sorry for the females that don't have female friends.
Yeah.
And I felt that. I felt like ladies who be like, oh, I can't deal with females. They nothing but drama. I just have homeboys. I feel like it's something wrong with you. And you need to go get counseling, something deep down inside. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend nobody, but you need at least one female best friend because these guys don't think like women. I mean, I like male friends because they give you the different insight, but you know, girls are a little smarter than dudes. Than dudes. So you need good advice. I mean, what can they give you?
I mean, for the most part, I'm gonna be real. I'm a tomboy. You feel me? So I do connect more with guys than I do females. Until I started getting into my feminine ways, I ain't really connect with a lot of females. And it's one of those things where when I grew up, I realized it was because I was pretty, and not a lot. And I was pretty with a shapely body.
That you didn't have female friends?
Yeah, because I was bullied. When I was in middle school, throughout middle school and the beginning of high school, I was bullied real bad. I was called ugly names, and this is by females, you feel me? So it deterred me from going to a lot of females and having, like, relationships with them because of the things that I've been through. But I do have a female best friend. I mean, she's not even. I wouldn't even consider her my best friend.
But you always say you had at least one. It's just, that's what matters. But I just have a pet peeve. Like, why you got all these Jimmys and Johns around? You don't have no Sarahs. Like, what's going on? Because you know, I'm not really insecure when it comes to my man. But just say if you friends with my man, that's fine. Y'all have a friendship. You know, just don't try me. But why you coming to my man? Why you coming to my man asking stuff that you supposed to ask a female? Like confiding in him about your relationship all the time. He can't really give you no help. He a man. You know they think crazy anyway. So why you don't have a Sarah to help you out and be like, girl, we about to eat some ice cream together. You need me to like, you know.
But playing devil's advocate, I mean, like sometimes when you do get, and I agree, when you have too many female friends, it can start getting to that like mean girls mentality.
Like drama-fied, and they like
drama-fied, or it's like our emotions get involved. Because I've hung with a lot of guys too and girls. I love my female friends. I feel like we all bring something to the table. But I mean, I can see.
I love having guy friends too. I think it's really cool to be diverse, but I feel like you at least need one female friend to be on your side just to help you out because. Just like you said, playing devil advocate, I just don't see how y'all get through life without one sisterhood. Like BB doesn't have a biological sister, but she has a lot of, you know, sisters that's thicker than blood. You know, argue and do all this other stuff, and her life wouldn't be the same without this sisterhood. And so,
I mean, I feel like I think one thing of it is like when you're in a relationship with somebody and they have a female friend and they're always going to them confiding, it's kind of like, well, he don't know shit because I'm in the relationship with the motherfucker. You dumb as hell.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
what he telling you?
What he telling you?
He ain't doing that over here.
I'm having to cuss this man out every other day on the hour. You feel me?
Yeah.
So what advice is you about to hand her? And sometimes it's really, really, really funny listening to the advice that they give their homegirls. It's hilarious. Like, it's hilarious.
I mean, that is true. Because I'm gonna give y'all an example. Yeah. Just last night, my cousin came over in rage. She's enraged about her fiance / baby daddy / boyfriend, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's enraged because they done broke up about a situation that didn't happen, and he was supposed to do something. It had something to do with the child. I don't know if I can't remember per se like exactly what it was, but she was enraged, and she sat down and started talking to my boyfriend about it. And I'm just sitting there looking like,
Okay.
Girl, let me tell you.
this nigga Dr. Phil?
Oh, you thought?
Okay, I'm sitting there in shock, just sitting there like, girl, you about to really take advice from him?
Right.
Yeah.
So I just sit there and I be quiet. I'm sitting here. I want to know what he got to say. He might have some sense. Cause he ain't got none around me. So he might have some sense. So I sit back and I listen. So she started rah-rahing about how she's like, no, I'm tired of his shit. I'm just gonna get my daughter a new daddy.
Oh,
right.
Not a whole new daddy.
A whole new daddy. And it's like it hit home for him. Like somebody told him they gonna take his child and get a whole new daddy for him. So he's just like, no, wait, hold on, you can't do that. Don't think like that. You gotta think from a male's perspective. Like he's still trying to find himself, and he got these kids, and all of this and that. And so, do you know, she texted me today and was like, you know what? He made so much sense last night. You know,
I know who you in a relationship with. It don't make sense, bro. It does not make sense.
And you know what? And his advice brought them together last night. I was like, say what, girl?
Yeah.
Hey, she said, she was like, tell him thank you so much. I ain't think about it. I'm not gonna give up on him. Da-da-da. What?
Because sometimes you gotta give it for a different point of view. So that's why I was like, sometimes it is good to get advice from the opposite sex. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't get advice with them, but I'm just saying you can't connect with one female like all the females don't like you. No,
I'm not gonna lie. I used to be one of them females that be like, listen, I ain't got time for females like that because of cattiness.
But how old were you? 18?
Yeah, now, even in my like early 20s, I was still like that because for one, I had a child, so it was like I definitely can't be with the fuckery because I have a child. So I'm sorry, I can't be that homegirl that's gonna pull up with you and beat some hoes down, and we go hit the bar later that night because our hands are sore. Like I can't do that. I'm not doing that with you.
I think mine was. And this is honestly, like, I always just say, I don't have no friends, or I can't never, like, keep a good friend around. I only have, like, a few good friends. I think mine was more so me personally, like, I don't know if I was, like, a magnet to, like, people with problems. Like, I always attract people with problems.
It's because you're a good-hearted person.
Yeah, and so I felt like
everything.
It was me. I needed to change it. Maybe I need to be, instead of, like, giving that advice all the time, just be somebody that sit back and listen, just chill, and maybe they won't, I won't attract that type of person anymore. And I feel like sometimes that is the issue in the groups of women. Like, we attract certain women. Some women might attract ghetto hood rats.
Yeah.
Then you like, God, here go another one. And it's like, maybe it's something about you that you need to change to stop attracting those type of people.
Right. I don't know. I think what really deterred me from having a sisterhood with a lot of females is me and my sister at one point had somebody try to come in and tear us apart. And me and my sister been raised with each other our entire lives. We know how to fight. We don't need nobody to jump that shit off. You feel me? So once we realized, like, we actually sat back and realized, like, this person was telling you lies, this person was telling me lies, put my name.
They literally had two sides to every story.
Yeah, and so
every fucking story.
So it was like, for me, like, you do that with my sister, like, that's my, like, I don't need you to start a fight with me and my sister. Right. I'll start a fight with my sister if I want to.
Right, and that's the one thing about sisterhood. It's like, y'all might argue or even fist fight, but one thing, you ain't gonna play me about my sister. You know what I mean? Like, I got 2 sisters, but I always wanted a lot of sisters. That's why when I went off to college, I was thinking about joining a sisterhood, because it's nothing about being with people.
You got 2 sisters?
Anyway. Sorry. Being with a group. for people that's like-minded, that like doing the stuff you doing that's gonna uplift you or whatever. Because I feel like the society we live in, they don't promote sisterhood all the time. It's like you always have to choose one or the other when it comes to females versus when it comes to males. You can have multiple people at the top. Like, for example, you know, rappers, right now you gotta either pick Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. Why can't I like both? Even if they don't like each other, why can't I buy both of y'all music? Why is there always a beat? You know, last couple months ago was Remy Ma and Nicki.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I think maybe, like, I like Nicki as a person. I like Cardi as a person. But just looking at Nicki, like, whole situation she got going on lately, like, I feel like maybe she got some internal issues dealing with.
Yes, because she's the mean girl.
Yeah, I mean, like, every time you turn around, it's Nicki and somebody with beef. Like, sis, what's
then it's kind of like at one point, at some point, you can't keep saying it's them. It's them versus me. You can't keep saying that because at one point, you and Cardi was on the song together, right? So at some point, you and Cardi came together.
And Cardi looked up to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said that. She was like, I used to listen to you like in high school. When I'm in high school, and when she first came out with the bar, you know, like everything, the different color hair, like, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like instead of trying to turn against people, like, she messing up her legacy. She's messing up her career because she can't be around women.
Yeah, got beef with everybody. Yeah, she got beef with everybody.
Remember when she was beefing with Mariah Carey when they was on American Idol?
Yeah, Little Kim.
Like, she just
like,
be beefing with everybody.
With you.
You're the common denominator here.
And then honestly, I feel like you beefing with Lil' Kim, but a lot of your stuff that you do mirrors her early on career. What she did early on.
But you know what? That's another reason right there where it's like I have a sisterhood with certain females and I'm very choosy and picky about it. I put some people in the friend category, but if you like me and like I was saying, my best friend, she really not even my best friend. That's my sister.
Right.
Like we done been through it. We done called each other. She live in Arizona. I live here. You know, so when she going through something, I'm the first person she called. And when I'm going through something, she the first person I call. We always there for each other. Even... Why what?
Why is she the first person you call?
I call you too,
but you can't call me and call her at the same time.
She call y'all on three-way.
I ain't never been on three-way with your other sister.
Look. Let me put it like this. Bitch, you don't answer the phone enough for me to be like, hey.
She be busy with her family. Your
she answer for
me. Have a family yet?
Ty answer for you.
Ty.
Huh? Look, see. Now you got me ready to fight. Like, bitch, hold
now you see how I feel, ho.
Bitch, how come she get that? How come you answering the phone for her?
Cause you calling your other sister first.
Oh, all right.
That's how. Yeah. That's what had happened. See how it happened just that fast.
But you know
just
what?
Just that fast. We catting already.
You know what? The one thing you can always Ty is always gonna be there. But she gonna be late.
Yeah.
It's fuck.
Don't call her.
Let her be.
Let her be. Sorry, now call somebody else.
Call her. She coming last.
You gotta call me as you see the fight. Like, you can see it in the future happening. Like, it's like 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you about to fight. If you can see it in that time frame,
she gonna be there in 10 minutes. If you call her.
Yeah. Because I don't want that bitch to see me pulling up. I want to just go ahead and sneak her right off the bed.
Look, I just slid that out the bed for my sister. She called me, told me to pull up. Oh, I almost fell out the bed trying to put the clothes on. Let me put my Ugg boots on. Got my
we done had to show some people, you know, pull up games very strong. Right. Don't ever sleep.
Hey, and I come and you gonna hear me because my bass gonna knock before I hit that corner. So
that's what sisters do. You know, they might stand up for you, but get in the car be like, girl, you know you was dead wrong. About to have me lose my life over some BS, but I had to have your back because I wasn't gonna let them jump you.
Okay.
I already feel like my youngest sister about to have me in a lot of mess because her mouth.
Oh Lord.
And see, that's why I'm glad I'm blessed without a sister, a biological sister. Like, I'm really blessed.
Cause your mouth, bitch.
Yeah.
The way y'all would be
I
fighting.
would say it's a blessing because it ain't nothing like
It's a blessing for me. You can't take that from me. I love my brothers. They put me up on stuff.
She
I
think
don't
it's a
want
blessing because she don't know what it's like. But if her mama pop out a child right now, she will love that child like no other.
But you know what?
I'm not.
But you know
It's
what?
normal in the black community for your sibling and your daughter to be the same. Yes, it is.
But you know what? The good thing about having an older sisters or a younger sister, well, for me, the good thing about having an older sister is that, like, I got a mom/sister.
You like having two mamas? Oh, that shit will blow
But you know
First of all,
what?
I'm both their
It
mamas.
will blow my mind.
Okay, I'm my mama's mama, and I'm her mama.
But you know,
Mama, you hear this, right? 'Cause
Yes.
You know she listening.
You know this. Susie Cat's 12. Listen, I'm your mama, and I'm her mama too. I'm y'all mama.
Yeah,
But
it's
you know,
something you can't explain to somebody that either don't have a sister or don't have siblings.
Yeah.
Because you have a different relationship with your siblings too. So when people are only child, I'm like, dang. I feel bad for you because growing up, I was the youngest for the longest. So then when my mom had my sister, at first I was like, oh no, I'm the baby. But when she came, I would never take that apart. It's just like when your parents are not there, you know y'all have each other. And even with my siblings where we not biologically related, we all have a pact. Like I know if I can't call on my biological brother or sister, they're there for me as well. So it's just something about that bond that you can trust them. And so that's why I feel like in the entertainment where I feel like they would show that more. And I feel like a good show that's kind of showing that now is T.I. Family and Friends.
Yeah,
Yes, I
really
like that.
show.
And you know, I think it's a very different group of people.
Yeah.
Now I understand Tiny, Toya, and Monica, but adding the Toya, that was different.
yes.
I was like, wow, these group of ladies are really friends.
Yeah.
Like it's a very different group. You don't see.
It kind of reminds me
together.
of us.
and they get.
Yes.
And they get their
very
money.
spicy.
Another thing is they get their money together too. That's
Yes,
Look,
I love that.
That's one thing that is really hard to find in a sisterhood. It's like
and they need
women
to show
coming together.
more of that. Like every female group you know of, they broke up.
Because of what?
I don't know.
Money
Not even
and
money, but I feel like it be
egos,
outside people, men that take them apart. They be like, oh, I want you, but not another. But I feel like if we stand up for each other, we can make a lot of stuff happen. Just like the Braxton sisters when
I'm
they had,
like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, they just fell apart.
Because Phaedra and Tiffany, whatever her name is, they are not no Braxton.
Yeah, they're not no
Yeah,
bracelets. And that just kind of pissed me off because I'm like, one thing I don't like, okay, yes, I don't have a sister, but I feel like when you have biological sisters, we got to stick together. It don't matter if we beefing behind closed doors, we got a group chat, we cussing each other out. When we come together, honey, we need to stick together.
Yes.
And I was like, how did they just fall apart like this?
it's a cycle to me because even before the show, like when they had the Braxton groups, like Braxton group after Tony Braxton, and they basically kicked what's the Tracy out of the group because she was pregnant. I felt like they should have stood up in Sisterhood and be like, it's either all of us or none of us. Instead of being like, because I feel like they were scared because you have to stand up for your right. I feel like if somebody came with us with a big multi-millionaire contract for us right now.
You wouldn't take it? You would say wouldn't do it because my sister can't do it. You would honestly say that?
I honestly would say
girl,
that.
you loyal.
No,
I would be like, sis, let me tell you something. I got to take this.
But you can't do that because that's what they want you to do. And then they be like, oh, you can bring your sister later. And it never happens. But look at Chance the Rapper. They told him he wouldn't make it if he didn't sign to somebody. And he making millions of dollars off a hat with a 3 on it. I feel like the man tries to trick you and don't want to have a sisterhood. Because I feel like Ty has a child. And then they came up to her and be like, oh, because she has a child, you have to find a 4th person for this podcast. I'm going to stand up and say, no, she started with us. She going to finish with us. And there's going to be somebody out there that's going to give us $1 million.
I digress.
And the fact and I feel like, and I already know this would happen. I feel like if they told y'all that yeah, they'll give y'all $1 million, but they couldn't do that. I already know out the gate, y'all gonna say, well, bye, Genetta. We can find somebody else.
No, that's not y'all. You can't group everybody in one, so don't feel like.
Well, BB, I already know she.
No, you don't know that because I'm.
But you already said.
Let me tell what I want to say. This is Sisterhood.
Bitch, I said what I said.
Okay, well, let me finish my statement. I feel as if the offer was given
reclaiming
to BB,
my time,
right?
reclaiming my time.
Right. Thank you again. I feel like if the offer was given to BB, she'd be like, "Oh, girl, I'm gonna slide you 100,000, but you know, we just gonna get this money and come back." But I feel like when you make your own gateway, like Tiny and Toya and all them, and get it together, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to depend on what they call the man, whether he white, black, Chinese, Indian, or whatever.
But again, like I was saying, basically, I mean, that's your opinion. That's great. That's nice to know that you're that loyal. But me personally, I'm thinking on another level. I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, we make our own gateway. I believe in that. Like, let's make our own gateway. Hell, we making it now on this podcast.
Right.
We not getting nothing out of this, but we gonna stick to it. We gonna do this. But I'm saying, if somebody was to come and say, you know what, I love y'all show. I want y'all on this multi-million-dollar platform, and we know like it's legit or whatever, and they say, oh, because this one is pregnant, well, we want y'all to replace the member. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say, oh, we're going to replace that member. I would say, well, maybe you could deal with the other 3 of us. If you can't deal, I would fight for them as much as I can. But if they sticking to it, like, oh, we don't want, even if it was me pregnant, I wouldn't want y'all to hold y'all back because of the decision I made. And then when y'all getting the millions, I would hope as my sisters, y'all be like, you know what, girl, we got you. Like, we got you regardless of you on the thing or not. That's my opinion.
No, I agree with that opinion, but I wasn't even talking about that deep. I'm talking about like it's an ultimatum. They don't even let you fight. It's just like you got 5 seconds to let her go. Like that's
because that's cutthroat.
You know, I seen stuff like that. Like before you leave here today, and I feel like
on the Cheetah Girl.
Yeah, I feel like we don't come together. Like, yeah, girl, if you okay with us signing, then we sign it. But if you not okay, and I feel like you are one of the attributes to this group, I feel like no amount of money can do that. But what you explain, that's right. If they break it down, we fight. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fight. But if they still don't do it,
sometimes we gotta learn how to finesse.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you got this multi-million-dollar deal, and you think that this about to swarm me in or whatever. But I'm about to finesse you. Yeah, let me get this money so I can get up on that platform I want to be on. But that don't mean I'm gonna stay with you. Exactly. I might be trying to build my empire so that I can bring my sister back, so that we can have a platform.
And to me, that's
same thing with Destiny Child. Like, that was a bomb group. That was a group we grew up off of in the 90s, and then for them to break up and it was over business, and it's like they had to leave their 2 childhood friends. But hell, look at Beyonce and her Kelly. Granted, you know, like maybe LaToya and them, I don't know what their relationship is behind closed doors, but it seems like they're fine now.
Relationship, and they said that was because the management made them.
And it was like, and LaToya even said it wasn't no bad blood. We assumed that it was bad blood because they don't hang out, post pictures on social media.
Yeah. I never thought it was bad.
Look at Beyonce.
I thought it was just sad.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Did she bring her girls?
Her friends. Yeah. She made a song about her friends.
And I felt like Beyonce, you know, after, like, I felt like the first cut with Toya and them, that was kind of like wrong. But obviously they must be got over it. But the other breakup with the other 3, Michelle and Kelly, I felt like that was more inclusive. Like, Beyonce started getting big because she started writing more stuff. So that's fine with that. But sometimes I feel like in life we make this decision thinking, oh, this is what we gonna do. And that's just like even Toni Braxton. She said it herself. She signed that contract leaving her family behind, and it took her so long to get that monkey off her back. But
that's her personally, because those are her biological sisters. But at the end of the day, she also said when she was talking to Iyanla how hurt she was because she felt like without her sisters, her sisters held her back. She said that. Her sisters held her back. She felt like if she didn't have that monkey on her back, or if she didn't have those sisters, she would have been much bigger than what she is. Right, and I agree.
And I felt like the reason why I held her back is because that's what I was getting at, because she made that simple promise.
And Toni is who we're talking about.
Yeah, Toni. Right. She said she made that simple promise, like, I'm going to bring you on. But I felt like she said at the Iyanla, if she would have admitted, like, y'all, I'm taking this, ain't looking back, then she wouldn't have had that monkey of feeling like she had to look back and help her sisters. but it was probably the loyalty, you know.
But you know what? I don't really see how they held her back though.
It could have been them making her feel guilty.
That's what she
for not bringing them
because
along.
She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm making big. I'm gonna make sure y'all get your break." But granted, one of the sisters did get their break. Tamar, she is really, you know,
and Tracy's going. Tracy's
doing
going
her radio. And
I feel like certain things happen for a reason. Like, nah, I'm not gonna turn my back on my sisters just for money. But I feel like sometimes we gotta think smarter and not harder. And we sitting there beating ourselves up. I know I need this money. I'm broke. Don't know when the next meal gonna be on my table.
Right. And
then somebody offer me a multi-million deal, and you think I'm just gonna turn it up? No, I'm not gonna turn my back on you because of that. We can still be friends.
Well, let me rephrase what I'm saying.
Business.
Business is business. So if you want to take the contract, take the contract. I think my point is, which you made a good point, and that's what I was trying to express. Once they bring the contract to you, fight for your sisters. Right. It ain't nothing like you getting a contract and you be like, oh, I'm about to sneak and sign this, and then we show up and you, Beyonce, you done blew up. But once you say, hey, can my sisters come, and you legit try to fight for them and it didn't work, then you go be Beyonce, and then when you go make it big and you want to help us up, that's fine. But I was saying like under the table. Don't just automatically say
I wouldn't sneak and do that because that's shady. I feel like, why even sneak? That's just like the guy who won the $1 billion with the lottery.
Right.
Like, okay, because I got all these siblings, right?
Yeah.
This is a conversation I've had with other people that I know. Like, if you won the $1 billion, what would you do? And they're like, oh, I got all these sisters, but I will only give to this person. I'm like, dang, that's hurtful. Mm-hmm. But he's not obligated to give to them. So that's how I'm thinking. Like, I'm not obligated.
But be truthful. Like, if you get this contract in front of you, be like, oh, Ty, they want you gone, girl, you gone. But then I'll be looking like, dang, you ain't gonna fight for me. You was all this sisterhood. You get this little bit of money, and as soon as you lose this money, don't come knocking on my door. But that's how sister, you know. It's just, but I feel like you won't do that.
I think it's just because of how it's not. If it's not handled right. Yeah. I think it's just a matter of how it's handled. Mm-hmm. And how just pretty much how it's handled. Because you can smooth anything over. It's all about how it's handled. Like, some people just get, I think one of the issues in the business for sure is that it allows you or teaches you to be greedy. The people around you got too many yes men. Got people boosting your head, telling you stuff that ain't really true about yourself. But somehow you are just magically eating it up and believing it. You know,
I think that's what happens with certain people. They don't know
and it creates ego.
So they be like, oh girl, you gotta go, you pregnant, we gotta sign this, instead of standing up and be like, oh no, pregnant people can do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Beyonce definitely showed that you can do anything pregnant.
But you know what? The way you cancel that stuff out is you stay real, and you stay honest. You stay down. Like, I come from a suburban background. I don't come from no hood background. But if you come from a hood background, I ain't gonna look at you different. I ain't gonna look
just
down on you.
Authentic. So I know it's you. Don't be putting on this front and just, I don't know.
And that's my thing. Like I said, I'm not going to sneak, do nothing under the table. You might not like it. It might still hurt you the same. But at the end of the day, just know that the decision that I'm making is for our best interest. And that's just like Girlfriends. Girlfriends didn't stop the show because Tony wasn't on the show no more. Y'all remember when Tony? She decided it was enough for her. But then, and I feel like just like Tracy said, Tracy Ross, she said, like, I'm not going to stop the show because somebody else is done with it. That's her time.
Right. And I felt like they did what they were supposed to do. I was just saying, like, with different instances, sometimes they don't stand up for their sister. They just take whatever the first time and Dick and Harry give them and be like, oh, girl, you got to go. Not saying, let me stand up for my sister just this one time. And if it don't work out and I take it, I wasn't obligated to save my sister, but we came in together. That's what I was saying. So you made a good point, BB.
But this Cardi and Nicki beef.
Yes, that shit is. I'm sick
blowing
of
my
it.
mind.
I'm over it.
But look, stop talking shit about Cardi because she the same motherfucking Cardi that she was when she was on TV.
Yes.
She did not change.
She did not change.
So I don't understand why
she's
you
so
feel like she's
younger.
supposed to.
Like, she's close to our age. And how old is Nicki? It's just like, you should learn how to pick your battle.
Yes.
And sometimes I feel like I said, it goes back to maybe Nicki need to have that moment with herself. Like, why? Like, it's not, you can't point the finger, but so much.
Right. But you know what? I've been a person, like I said, I was in middle school. I've been a person who I wasn't a bad person. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I was actually a very sweet, kind-hearted person when I was in middle school. I don't know what happened.
You was very quiet.
I was so it wasn't like I was picking beef with these females.
Yeah.
It really was one female, and she brought in a whole bunch of other females in on the shit. Mm-hmm. And
but that's what I'm saying.
Self-conscious about herself.
Right, but look at Nicki with this Rah. Like, Rah, she getting out there from, this is publicity for her. Like, you ain't never heard of her really, other than
First of all, Rah Ali was only on Love and Hip Hop. That's the only way we know her
like that. So it's
the world
like,
anyway.
Is this your way of putting her out there, or? And
then you putting her out there in a negative way. First of all, you up there on your platform, calling it Queen Radio. Okay, this is supposed to be like some type of uplifting, women empowerment type of platform. And you up there talking about how Rah dragged her from here to there to everywhere. Like, what is cute about that?
That's what I'm saying, like uplifting. Like, yeah, you can have a beef with somebody, but you don't have to make it about this beef all the time.
And you're creating it to be entertainment.
Right.
Like, it's getting to a point where you're pushing it out there as long as it's entertainment. Mm-hmm. As long as it's
making money and views.
It is not going to help your record sales, Nicki. Right. Don't do that.
And like Charlamagne said, like we have a lot of parts in that too, because we're constantly sharing it.
Yes.
You go on Twitter, on Instagram, we supporting it, we giving it views. Like, oh shoot, I gotta go catch. I know, I ain't even gonna lie, I was like that too. I was like, oh my god,
I text y'all as soon as Cardi was out there with the videos.
It's like, it sucks because it's like, dang, like our mindset is like that, and we really need to get away from that stuff, because we boosting it up.
Yes, and it's because of this whole new generation of TV where it's reality TV.
And that's why
it's social media
to do this, because even before Cardi and Nicki, it was always people that want you to choose. Like, oh my gosh, Fantasia is a way better singer than Beyonce. It's like, they're on two
Jennifer
different
Hudson, compared to her.
Yeah, like they're on two different levels, but why can't we support both of them?
The Drake and Meek Mill thing, even that was just crazy. It got to a point where they were questioning these people's craft, whether they actually wrote their shit or not. Like,
and that was big of them for Drake to even bring Meek out on, his platform.
And Chris Brown. That was another.
And now they're cool, and that's what I'm saying. We need more of that positive energy.
And we get so invested into these people's lives. Like, we know them. Like, we team Chris Brown. He see us on the street, probably won't give us $1.
But you know what men do that we as women really need to get a hold of? Go ahead, fight this out, and be going and get the fuck over it. Yes,
people just don't be knowing how to drop shit and move on.
It's like going for years, and I'm like,
if you got kids, they want to talk about your kids. If you drive a Honda and they in a BMW, they want to talk about that.
Your kids go to school together, and you so embarrassed. You got to tell your kids, oh, you can't date Billy because I don't like the mama. Like, girl, 30 years later, Betsy, like, come on.
Let's get over it.
It's time to get over that. But I just feel like as women, we need to start coming together more. It don't always, it could be going out, hanging out, or it could be positive stuff, but showing that, because like this younger generation, they don't have a lot of positive role models to look up to, and they're big on social media, and when they see everybody else doing, they're like, oh, we gonna do it too. So they at school constantly, I don't like these beings, I don't like these bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you know what? I think honestly, like, my generation was the last generation for hope. Because I really do feel like 96. I really do feel like 96 was the last year for hope. And the reason I say that is because like I look at some of the younger females that I went to high school with, and I just be trying to figure out how the hell y'all got here.
Right. And even in the workplace, like, people are so catty and petty, and it's mainly women. Every time you turn around, like, this person don't like this person.
And to me, it comes with self. I feel like they don't love themselves, low self-esteem, self-hate. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people go through that phase, but you know, the real will start recognizing. Just like, you know, Gabrielle Union, she admitted that on Red Table Talk, that she had to look within herself and notice, like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really a nasty bitch.
Yeah. And she had the mean girl's attitude, but it was because she had to realize it was something in her.
Right.
Like, not everybody else. She was thinking it was everybody else in that moment, but it was something in her.
And I think that's what it is for Nikki. Nikki is sitting around here pointing the finger at everybody else, but bitch, you are the common denominator.
Right. And it don't even have to be like, maybe you a mean girl, or maybe you went through something in your childhood that you can't let go, or maybe this is how your mom communicated with people. I don't know, but it's something.
But I will admit, I have a shorter fuse because of some of the things that I've been through. I have a real short fuse. It's but so much that you gonna say to me before I go off.
And I don't feel like, and again, with childhood things, like, we can't use that as the sole excuse, because some things you have to learn from your experiences or get help with. But it could, if you don't take the initiative to get that help, or look in the mirror and be like, you know what, like, this is really taking a toll on my life, whatever. Right. I feel like we, as women, we need to do that more.
We do. We need to you don't even have to know the person. Just pick a random person, a random woman you don't know, and get to know them. We need to uplift each other.
Right.
This generation is going to swallow us in all of this damn social media, love and hip hop, Mona Scott production drama. And we can't have that. Yeah. How are we going to prosper? We can't do that. Men are going to always be the ones that are supposed to be in power, or the ones going to be ruling stuff, all because as women we can't get it together emotionally and support each other. We have to learn to put our feelings aside, our emotions aside, and get shit done.
And that's what you know, what try to throw in our face, we can't separate our feelings. But
yes, men say that all the time. They say we are too emotional. We can't make sound decisions without it being an emotional decision or based off of emotion.
Hold up, they emotional too. They need to shut that up.
Men are very emotional.
But what I was going to say is that, look, it's just one group of women that I cannot respect, I do not respect, and I permanently hate for the rest of my life.
Oh, no.
The women that support Trump with that grab him by the cat. Oh yeah, I can't communicate with somebody like that's supporting somebody who's been accused of rape. And then you looking at politicians. They allowed this man to, like, something came out about this man either sexually assaulting somebody, and like now he's what was it it was, I want to say Supreme Court judge. I want to say it was Trump's choice for Supreme Court judge.
Yeah, that's on the topic, that Me Too movement.
Oh yeah, they running out.
Oh, I didn't had a customer I was at work. I had a customer come up to me and one of my coworkers, because he patted me on the shoulder and he was like, "Be careful, you might end up on the Me Too movement." What kind of shit is that to say to somebody?
Right. They taking it too far. They think it's a game. Yeah. But it's not, so they uncle or their stuff could be in jail.
And we definitely will address y'all on another episode.
Right. But all in all, like, this trashing other women, just when you about to trash another woman, think about it. What am I gaining from this? Am I getting money in my pocket because of this?
Am I adjusting this queen's crown? That is what you need to be asking yourself. Am I adjusting her crown, or am I knocking it smooth the fuck off her head? That is what you need to be asking yourself.
Really? That's true.
Like I said, we gotta get like men. We just gotta fight it out.
We gotta come together.
I think we do that pretty well. I think me and you, we kind of fight it out and figure it out after that.
We'll cut you clean out, or we'll start fighting.
We do that already. We in that group message going in on each other. But we show up here every Wednesday.
I bet you couldn't nobody else jump in that group text and get popping out.
Ain't nobody asking. We got this over here. Now, what we eat? Tori, you cooking? TK, you cooking tonight?
Okay. Go right back to, are you hungry?
Right.
That is always
the wine girl.
Yes.
Right.
Y'all bring the wine and the
always
dessert. I got the
question.
food. Got the food.
I think that's the cue for your music. Genetta, LaSha, what you got on the Clicktionary menu?
Okay, so for tonight for Clicktionary, we don't have a word tonight. Instead, I'm going to leave y'all with some positive quotes.
Ooh.
So talk about
Trying to
positivity.
switch it up.
Switch it up on y'all. So the first quote that one of my followers, they showed me that they really love. I'm not gonna say their name because I want to keep them confidential. But she said, "Don't devalue yourself because they didn't value you. Know your worth, even if they don't."
I like that.
Amen.
Right.
Okay.
And then one last one before I leave, y'all. She said she made this up on her own, and I guess she says this to herself. And it says, "I am smart, beautiful, and fortunate. I have a lot on my plate right now because I have a lot of goals that I would like to accomplish. I will accomplish them because I will work hard to do so. It may not be easy, but it will be worth it. Although the world tells me that I'm small, that I am weak, that I'm lesser because I'm young, because I am a woman, because I am black, my God tells me I'm big, I am strong, and I am more because I am His."
Okay.
All right.
So shout out to those people. Thank y'all for those positive quotes because we are about sisterhood and women
Sticking
empowerment and sticking together.
And loving each other.
Look, y'all, you done made me think about that prayer, the wisdom prayer. Don't get me going.
Say it next episode.
I felt the lightning just rumble when I was about to say that.
God was like, "Nah, don't even say it."
I'm gonna put it back down on the table.
We're gonna look it up.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And ladies, thank you guys so much for y'all input. Okay? We got to stick together, ladies. Who run the world?
Girls.
All right. Good night.
Good night.